Hi, my name is Shana Poole-Jones. A little bit about myself. I am funny. I love to serve my community. I used to serve my country. I was in the U.S. Navy. I am now currently the councilwoman of Maplewood, Missouri. I am a mother of two wonderful little boys. Oh, one is not little. He is actually 21 now. So I'm excited about that. And also, I am the CEO and founder of Keep Pushing Inc. That's right here in St. Louis, Missouri. The story that shaped me who I am today. I would say 20 years ago when I found myself behind locked doors. It was different. It was hard. It was very hard because I had to leave my son who was 2 years old at the time. And I had to figure out which way I wanted to go with life. I love to live the worldly. It was fun. It was exciting. All my life I had lived and raised in church, so it felt like I wanted to be free, and that was my freedom to be out there. But that cost me my freedom, and that's caused me to be behind locked doors. While behind locked doors, I realized that I didn't have access to my mother, my grandmother, people who I would call on to when I got in trouble to get them to pray for me. I never really prayed for myself. I always called on other people to pray me out my situation. And when you're behind closed doors, you realize that you can't pick up the phone, You cannot call them, You gotta, hey, the only thing you have to do is lean on yourself. But it's amazing because even behind any locked doors, you have a window. And even though darkness is there, I always look for a star. Everybody said look for a star because you could always find hope in a star. And so I would look for a star to find hope. But as I looked for a star, and when I finally found a star, because the star never would show itself for years and years, I never saw a star. But one night when I decided to get on my knees and pray and go to God for myself and see that, if he would answer my phone call, they say Jesus on the main line. And I was like, okay, Jesus, I need you to answer my phone call because, it's kind of getting old up in here. And so I basically just prayed like, my grandma taught me how to pray. And I just started talking to him and everything. And it's kind of hard talking to Jesus when your roommate laying on the bed and she don't even understand what's really going on. But she laying over there like, girl, come on now. We ain't gonna go nowhere. They ain't coming to get us today. And I'm like, somebody coming to get us. But, just get on your knees and like, Jesus, it's me. I need you, And the favorite line, just show me a sign. Just let me know you are here. Just anything, And back then it was like the doors click. Oh, he's here. But no, it wasn't Jesus. It was just locked down. But that night I saw a star. And my bed, I used to just look out and I saw a star. And it wasn't just any star, it was a falling star. That was my moment that I realized that I was still loved. And that was the moment to help me get to the next step. And I wish I could say that was the moment that just saved my life. But that was the moment to help me get through that journey that I was on. And so I take that moment because being in those locked doors shaped me to who I am today. It helped me to serve my community today. It helped me to love unconditional. It helped me to look at people and don't judge. It helped me to be around people and not look at their color. It helped me to understand that we all go through something, and no matter how we look, we never know everybody's whole story. So that's why in this day, I could walk in my community, and no matter where I'm at, I could serve my community. No matter who you are, my heart is for you because I was locked up in a room of people who was my community. But we all was broken, we all was hurting. And at that time, I did not know how to be a light to help the young ladies. But when that star came after years, I became a light within. And so I realized then that, God still loved me and I still have purpose. And that molded me to who I am today. Because when things happen now, I just go back to that room. A lot of people look at prison as just a war or a bad zone, but I would speak differently. We are women from all over in the prison I'm talking about. We was women from all over, come from all different life, but we had to learn how to lean on one another. And then by us starting to shine lights, it was no judgment zone because we all was in the same place. But as of today, most of the people that I encounter inside, we are still blooming outside. And so that's why I bloom for my community now, because everybody needs somebody. I am 45 years old. And I would say just last year, I was made whole. Even after going through everything I went through, I was still not whole. Even after being free, I still was not whole. I still had issues. I still had toxic things that was holding on to me. I still had things that I was doing my own way. I was feeling like, yes, God, I'm saying yes to you and everything. I'm living life. I'm not doing nothing crazy that would get me back behind the walls. But I was not living my life according to his word. I was doing enough to just look good, but I wasn't doing enough to satisfy him or make him proud. He kept me. The journey that he took me on was to build me up, to make me strong, but it was also to open my eyes. Because today, literally today, when I'm out serving, when I'm out meeting people and everything, I could see so many brokenness and so many different things, but I could understand them so very well. He knew this day was coming. He knew this day I'll become a councilwoman. He knew this day I was going to be a CEO of a nonprofit serving thousands of families. He knew this day was coming, and so he had to plant all these seeds and take me through all this adversity because this day was coming. You know, understand that people didn't like me. Understand that I was going to hurt. I was going to get close to people and people was going to, hurt me. He had to take me through that. God light is shining. God light is showing. God could use anybody. He controls anything. If we be obedient, it can happen. And so I believe that God is using me right now to be a star in other people's life. We cannot lose hope. If I would have lost hope 20 years ago, I could not sit here and talk to you today. I'd be still out in the world. But I became obedient. I became understanding. A wise person told me, I listen to understand, not to speak. So I learned how to listen. And I know I don't have to speak on everything. So knowing what God have done for me, my heart grows big. And I want to show the world the same God that have done for me, he could do it for you. You know different. No sin is different. We all his children. He loves us all. And he'll do it for you. I'm no different. And he did it for me. So why not show you love and let you experience the love that God got for us? So the one thing I would like for everybody to be left with is one thing, but almost two things. And they both start with an L. There is no limitation to God's love. God loves us. There's no limitation to it. There's no limitation to what he wants to do in your life. There's no limitation to how much he will supply for you. He said he'll supply all our needs. There's no limitation to it. Only thing we have to do is be obedient and trust. We could speak on it, but sometimes we need to activate it.